time out. No parties. You act like you haven't been invited to a party. Like you don't know. You gonna corner me, now I gotta corner you. Let me tell you what type of parties Mo gets invited to. This man got invited to what is it? What's it called? An orgy party?
Whoa.
Sex
party.
A sex party?
An adult party.
No.
Y'all had that in Miami?
No.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's like a.
That's like think there aren't sex parties in Miami. You're fucking lying.
Well, I'm sure in the city of Miami, but I don't know. But I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah,
dude, it's crazy.
What is that? What is that
like,
about?
Yeah,
like what? That
probably have to sign like an NDA, and everyone has to collect the phones.
Exactly.
Facts.
Wow.
No, so a friend who's very well connected in this Hollywood scene.
Is that well connected? Is that the type of connection you need to be connected?
Is that Hollywood or is that the adult film industry?
That's a great question. No, it's like all right, one of those Hollywood kind of parties, and they do sex parties apparently.
Wow, that's a whole new level of darkness.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's crazy. It's crazy, and
it's dark at the top.
I couldn't do it.
Close your ears,
I said
everyone.
no. Yeah.
You said no?
I said no.
Why'd you say no?
It just feel awkward, man. Like it's not my thing.
He's a good guy, man.
He's a good guy. We have all good guys in this truck. That's the thing.
Good fellas.
You guys, good fellas.
One of my roommates was really pushing to go. I'm not gonna say his name. He plays on the team.
Yeah.
Man, he was all about it.
That narrows it down, but
people won't figure it out.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do it, man. It's weird. That's not my thing. I'd rather go to a bar and hang out.
Hey,
or
that
like
just
a
sounds
club
like
or
sin,
something.
man. That's Sodom and Gomorrah right there.
Yeah. Or
That's
also just like
know.
everything going on with like the case, like like you can just get caught up in people accusing you of things. And it just doesn't seem like a good, smart decision. So
no, I
just all around.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the better decisions that.
Yeah.
And I mean during the time of coronavirus, I just don't think that
too.
Yeah,
like
probably not the best idea to go and do that.
Well, and look, so I got a couple friends out here that have gone to a couple that I know personally as well that will not be named either. But what I do know, just add a little bit more sprinkle onto this, is there's usually two types of people that go to these things. Is it right when you show up, they have some kind of like marker or badge that are two different colors, and you're either a participant or an observer. And there's people that go and wear the observer badge. It basically says,
I got to stop hearing about this.
I didn't know about that.
Stay away from me. I'm just here hanging out, looking around.
The person
and then there's other people that are like, I'm down. And they've got the badge on that says down.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. So the way they described it to me was it starts off as a regular party, everyone just mingling and drinking and whatnot. And then you start playing sex games, kind of like Piccolo, but like the sexual version of it. And so it's kind of like truth or dare in a sense. Like it would dare like, all right, Brad, you have to do this to this girl. And then it'll go from that into some sort of conglomeration of sex party and then threesomes. And this is just what the person who invited me was telling me.
Sure, there's many different variations.
So I think the question is, or kind of my comment on all this is, like, what type of person do you have to be? Because not everyone's getting invited to that. I think sometimes
you have to be a USC quarterback.
Yeah, apparently you have to be a USC quarterback to be invited. But like, I think sometimes, and this kind of goes back to like busting with the boys, right? A little bit. It's like college players are sometimes overlooked a little bit. Like we are maybe you guys might disagree, but as like a consumer, I feel like they attract like the professional level because they feel like there's some type of like verification that you get with being a professional player. But even on the field, like players sometimes won't listen, like younger players won't listen to like a college player sometimes, but they'll listen to a guy that's been in the pros. And like just being in the pros doesn't solidify you because you're in the pros. Like a college player can give you just as much knowledge. Shoot, someone that played in high school sometimes that played under a good coach can give you just as much knowledge as someone that played in the pros. I kind of went on a tangent. But
you got that off your chest.
Yeah, I got that off my chest.
He's been thinking about that. But I was gonna go somewhere else with it.
Where are you gonna go?
The distractions of playing football in Los Angeles and at USC is insane. Yeah, like we played at Vanderbilt, and Nashville's a very fun city. I don't know if you've been.
I've been there, of course.
I mean, but probably on a baseball team, they'd probably get invited.
Not like this, man. This is different. Like Nashville's a cool city.
Yeah,
and it's relatively big compared to a lot of the other SEC schools, especially like a Tuscaloosa or Oxford.
Yeah.
But Los Angeles, California, the media capital of the world, especially when everything's going crazy. Dude. Like I talked to Emmanuel Moody, he played running back out here. I think he was Reggie Bush's backup, but he played a lot, and then he went to Florida and won the national championship with Tebow and them, 06, 08.
I mean, just talk about luck of the draw, being
crazy,
from
right? Those are two of the best teams of the decade, right?
Seriously.
They're playing Road to Glory mode.
Right.
Literally.
Right, exactly.
So he's played with a lot of dudes. He's got crazy stories. I was just picking his brain, and I was asking him, like, how was, playing football in Los Angeles, USC, during those days.
Yeah.
He said he's invited to Will Ferrell's mansion, crazy pool parties.
Yeah.
The Playmates house.
But I feel like that's the same. That would be the same at like a Miami though.
The Playmates house.
Like,
like
I mean, you can tell
it's
like you're the starting quarterback on the team. Like you're the biggest deal in the city because there's the Dolphins are irrelevant.
Right. I mean, it's
no,
like
no offense to them. But.
Right. I mean, it's like stuff is out there. If you want to go get it, you can go. Peruse and inquire.
Yeah.
Obviously. That's every big market. Yeah, like every big market.
That's every big market.
LA and Miami. That's LA,
Miami.
It's those two.
Probably Austin, Texas, though.
No, not like this.
I guarantee.
That's more college town vibes. Austin's a relatively big city, but it's got more college town small feel.
What you think?
You're not going to get the same like big club parties you get in Miami and LA. You'll get there's some money still. You get some private parties, but it's not going to be the size.
Not going to be the size.
There's not as many people as LA, Miami, so it's not going to be the size.
Yeah, bro. And like Austin's cool, and I'm sure there's great parties, believe me.
Yeah.
But you're not going up to Calabasas, up to some actors or producers' home.
Yeah,
you know
I guess
when you go to Calabasas.
I know he's telling
that's like close to where I'm at, man.
Yeah, really?
Come say hi.
Yeah.
All the Zoom, I'm bored as hell, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's do it. But yeah, no, the distractions are just insane.
Oh,
right?
sure,
and that's part of, I think, the strategy behind junior college football being where it is. I played JUCO in Kansas, and so they just throw basically a bunch of misfits. It ends up being almost some crazy social experiment, or a lot of people.
Last chance you.
Yeah, right. So that's where I played. That was our rival school. So same exact deal. If you saw the show, and it's basically like if you can't survive without getting in trouble in Coffeyville or Independence, Kansas, then you can't anywhere.
Yeah.
So
especially not in Los Angeles.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's probably crazy for you guys because at least in Miami, it's like, as I mentioned earlier, it's like the biggest little city ever. But here, I mean, LA, you can attest, it's like 4 Miamis, honestly.
Oh yeah. It's
so
big.
huge.
Yeah.
There's so many people here.
So many different arenas.
Yeah.
Well.
And different vibes. It's like you can go to Santa Monica. You can go to, like the Valley.
Yeah.
Right.
You can go hang out with the TikTokers in Calabasas.
Oh, yeah.
You can vibe here in South Central, Manhattan Beach. I mean, all over.